Hey, everybody. This is Brett from Go Folk Yourself podcast. Just as a warning for the little ears in the room, this podcast is rated E for explicit. That means we'll be saying things like fudge and shnikes.
Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Go Folk Yourself. This is your host, Nick, taking over for Brett. And who else do we have?
You have Brett next to me.
And you have Dan next to me.
Yeah.
And then next to Dan is me, Nick.
There we
completing
go.
The triangle.
Whoa, it's 3 points, so that makes it a
Triangle.
An
There's
angle.
three angles.
a tri-square, right?
Yeah.
Tri-square.
It's a rectangle.
The three-pointed square.
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Brett.
I think that's called a rhombus.
It's pronounced Roomba.
A Roomba.
We are a Roomba.
There we go. Wonderful. The devil's Roomba. Here we are.
Broadcasting to you live from the Devil's Roomba. We're going to talk to you about something.
Sounds so dirty. The Devil's Roomba. That's where we're going tonight. The Devil's Roomba.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I think
man.
that was the original plan.
We were going to talk about that one. Did you not get the group text?
no. Did we change it?
I mean, it says here best members. Let me open the list.
Oh,
Let me
B
check.
members. Yeah. You guys
Yeah.
changed the B to best for some reason because you thought that mattered. But yeah. No, I'm not on the B team chat. I at this point, I'm not even in the A team chat because I'm just creative director. So I just talk to myself.
I actually renamed it breast members because I thought that was funny.
It was hilarious.
It's very funny.
Thank
We
you.
laughed
Are
incessantly.
you also the reason that the A team one is called anus chat now?
Nice. Got him.
No, where we're going tonight, guys, is someplace far more alien.
Oh, I see what he's doing there. Where are we going?
We're going to the spookiest part of Nevada, Area 51.
Are we
That's
going right now?
We're going
We're on
down
our way.
under.
We're going to the great
Nevada.
down under.
We got our plane tickets. We got our long pants that zip off into shorts for the desert heat.
We got my fisherman's hat.
Camelback
my big
of water.
aviators.
Uh-huh.
And what are they called? Those little cigarette holders that make the cigarette look all fancy in your mouth.
The effeminate
cigarette.
FDR cigarette
Yep,
thing.
I got that thing in my mouth.
We're going to Bat Country.
I'm going to Bat Country, motherfuckers.
We're ready.
So why are we going to Nevada, huh?
We're going to Nevada for a very specific reason. If you've been on the internet in the last some amount of time, because I don't know when this episode is coming out, you've probably seen the new Facebook group basically imploring people to go to Area 51. Specifically, if you were looking for it, you would probably type in Storm Area 51. They can't stop all of us.
I've been seeing this meme
Yeah.
literally everywhere, and it is so bizarre.
It's one of the weirdest things, I think, to come out of recent internet culture, and I am living for it.
Have you read the description of the event, Nick?
I have, and I'll also read it for your auditory
Just
pleasure.
read it verbatim, please. 'Cause
We
it's-
will all meet up at the Area 51 Alien Center tourist attraction and coordinate our entry. If we Naruto run, we can move faster than their bullets. Let's see them aliens.
Let's see them aliens.
I like the if we Naruto run. Let's talk about that because that is. I'm ready. We're about to go into a Dan story. This is a
Oh,
real
man.
deep cut. The Naruto run is the idea of leaning forward and putting your arms behind you to achieve the most aerodynamic run.
Yeah, which is that makes you faster. That's why every Olympian runs that way.
Yeah, sure. This is a very popular trope in anime in general, including the anime I watched as a kid, Dragon
Naruto.
Ball Z.
They ran like that.
They
With their
ran like that.
Arms behind
Arms
their back.
behind them and all that. And there was a day in middle school where we were running around the track, and I thought, wait, I know how you can run faster. Arms behind you and go. And so I did it. Arms behind me, and I started running. And my friend very much like I would expect you to do to me now, put his foot in front of me to trip me as I was running past him. What you learn about the Naruto run, first thing, is that it's very hard to catch yourself when your arms are behind your back. And you may find yourself landing directly on your chin on the concrete and then sliding forward a few feet, thus ripping the skin from your flesh and having to get surgery to restore your chin.
You had to have
Is
chin
that why you
surgery.
wear that beard?
I had to have plastic surgery on my chin.
No shit.
Yeah, but I clearly didn't do that much damage. It wasn't like plastic surgery. It was really just stitches and like, I think like.
Did they take some ass cheek skin and put it right?
No, I don't think there was any grafting. That's the weird part. Is I think it really was just stitches, but I
Yeah.
still had to go to a plastic surgeon. Anyway,
No, they
It's
don't
very
just
delicate. They can't just. It's not like, oh, you cut your finger, here's some stitches. It is really, really particular and delicate when they do facial.
Yeah.
okay, so that's why it goes to a
do.
plastic.
Yeah, they don't
surgeon.
just do install work over there. They do.
They do
They're
repair.
doing the
repair,
drywall
too.
and everything.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to get surgery because I did the Naruto run and fell.
That is
so
hilarious, and I have never heard you bring this up.
this is the
This
time.
Is amazing.
This is the time. If you are a plastic surgeon, consider moving to the Las Vegas area soon. Or sorry, no, the Area 51 area in general.
Move to Area 52.
Yeah,
It's right nearby.
Because at that point, you're gonna be fixing a lot of chins.
You're gonna have a lot of work lined up for at least a
Yeah.
couple weeks.
I mean, I got to ask. Obviously, when you were running like that, you were just purely irresistible. So you, I'm assuming, lost your virginity that night.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, clearly.
Right.
And like, how fast did you achieve? Would you
Well,
say?
so
Because I don't.
on average, what you run maybe like 10 miles per hour.
I doubt I run anywhere close to that.
Yeah, maybe 7
I
miles per hour.
run out of things at home. That's
Anyway,
about it.
I put my arms behind my back. I think I was going about 95 miles per hour at that point.
Wow.
Well, yeah, because you achieve optimal aerodynamics.
Right.
Right? The air is no longer clashing with you. It's just running down your back.
Uh-huh.
And thus you are cutting right
And
through
then
it like a knife.
Across your fingertips, like a wing of a bird or
yeah.
an airplane.
Yeah. Well, no, so that's the interesting part if you do run that way. You feel your feet lift from the ground as you begin to glide upward.
In
Wow.
Bernoulli's principle, obviously.
Yeah.
Wow, that's just irrefutable science.
Yeah. So Area 51 is kind of fucked.
I know, and there can't be that many guys there.
Yeah. Or
Like,
guns.
Yeah, right.
No way.
None of
Not
that.
that many.
It's just impossible.
Not if we're all
So-
there.
With this, I don't know when this meme started, but I saw it starting popping up in my social feeds probably about like 2 weeks ago, I want to say. And it was kind of like
Yeah.
a niche thing. And then as these things are often, it starts as a niche thing and becomes like a viral meme across everywhere. Now it's in literally permeating every corner of the internet that I travel.
To the
Yeah.
point where there's 881,000 listed people as going and 768,000 interested. So we have somewhere between 881,000 and a lot more than that going.
That's more people than voted for Donald Trump, and now he's president. So
Yeah.
there
that's
we go. Man,
know
if
what,
only we
though?
could use our powers for good, you know?
Here's something I'm going to say, though, that I think is very important because I'm hoping we'll release this in a timely fashion. This also, do not underestimate where this is coming from. Not that I think anyone is realistically going to do this, and I know this was likely made as a meme, but
Better
we
cancel
saw
our
a lot
tickets.
of shit like this in 2016 that turned out to be basically Russia's way of testing their troll farms, right? Seeing if they could create these types of movements. The Bernie Bros movement was very inflated by Russian trolls, right? Like,
True.
Could be.
This could be not a warning shot, but a shot across the helm just to test whether or not Facebook is still an effective way to spread message.
and
It does make sense
very-
because it says hosted by Anatoly Dyatlov.
See? I'm just saying we are in an age of the internet where we need to be very skeptical of even the well-intentioned jokes.
yeah.
We are in
Very
the
true.
era of deep faking, which is getting creepy as hell.
Yeah.
So-
Super weird.
Anyway,
So
But-
in that uplifting conversation, let's kind of dive a little deeper into Area 51.
let's assume let's assume
assume.
not trolls. Let's assume this is actually just a good old-fashioned meme.
Yeah. Do you think that they have Naruto in Russia?
No.
No, because I don't think they have anything but beets and vodka.
I think that they pronounce it vodka.
Vodka and
If-
wheats.
Yeah. I've watched some Star
cream
Trek.
of wheats.
I mean, look, that's All my family comes from that area, so
Yeah.
I think I know a thing or two.
Oh, that's good.
Actually, I think Belarus is technically where my heritage is, Minsk area.
Mince.
Oh, right near Chernobyl. Oh, also very timely.
Yeah, we got out of there at the right moment. You can't see, but I turned my hat backwards as I said that.
Yeah, he's full American now. He
Yeah.
doesn't,
He's literally
I am
half-mast
a
right
real
now.
American.
just like the Hulk.
My hair is so silken. Anyway,
Balding yet flowing.
I forget. Quick deviation. In It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, they make a joke about Hulk Hogan's hair, and I think it just goes, "Oh, so what's the deal with this guy? Because he has blonde, flowing hair, but it has the silken quality of an Asian." It was very, very funny.
Is that from the new season?
No, that's an older
Yeah.
season. That was
Oh, man.
Roddy Piper's in that episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
Running
Okay.
out of money, obviously.
clearly.
So, yeah, Area 51. All these
So-
things tangentially relate to that.
Yeah, what we're discussing tonight's a rectangular area about 23 by 25 miles of restricted airspace west of the Yucca Flat along the extraterrestrial highway in Nevada. That's right, Area 51.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what in there does it say about the X-Files? Are those kept in there?
Yes, it definitely says that right here in the notes. It says X-Files in Area 51. Don't discuss further.
Nice. And that's an official document, right? Like, it is a document that you're reading off.
I am.
of.
This is from, if you just Google area51.gov, this comes right up.
Ah, nice.
It says the key is under
Got
the
it.
mat. Don't tell anybody else.
So
Oh,
it's
shit.
restricted airspace, right?
It
so
is,
that-
much
that
like
means
Walt
it's-
Disney World.
So that's a no-fly zone, right?
Yep.
Okay. That's a pretty big no-fly zone.
Yeah, that's quite a large one, actually.
That's huge. And and you called it the extraterrestrial highway.
I did. They're very on the nose about these things in Nevada.
What is the extraterrestrial highway?
It's a highway that goes right by Area 51.
Oh,
It's
well,
a joke about aliens.
That makes perfect sense.
Okay. That's also, I think that's a stretch of road that is pretty well known for having like UFO sightings on it, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that's the one.
From what I've seen, yeah, it tends to be right around there. Like a lot of different people have kind of said, I've seen weird things. I don't know how to explain it other than something like that. Either something that's moving too quick to be a U.S. aircraft, or something that's kind of blinked in and out of existence to where, or at least visible existence to where they say they have no other explanation for it than something which, and I mean UFO in the broader scale, just to kind of define it, doesn't necessarily mean alien craft. It literally just means an unidentified flying object.
Huh.
Something that's flying that I have no idea what it is.
So it could be anything.
Could be anything. And it's really important to kind of note this is a pretty well-known U.S. Air Force base.
Yeah. I was just taking a quick look at the extraterrestrial highway online. Designated as such in 1996, and then apparently there's a small town called Rachel in the middle of it, which is where geocachers and UFO seekers with alien-themed businesses flock to. Maybe that's probably around the meeting point of this whole gathering, or this fictional gathering that may or may not happen.
We're all going
Yeah,
to the Rachel's
exactly.
Right.
Steakhouse.
Very, very potential.
Right.
There's a lot of potential
A
in
lot of potential. I bet that it's going to be the Fire Festival of Area 51 memes, like, here soon.
it. Oh, God. Are they going to have a fire festival?
I hope so.
It's going to be Flyer Festival.
Bam.
It just goes down from here, folks.
Hope you like that. Yeah, so a lot of UFO sightings around this highway, designated as such by people that love to travel looking for them. And then there's apparently a thing called the Area 51 Research Center, which is based out of a yellow house trailer that existed there for a while. It is now closed.
Tight.
Yeah, but it's also now out of business. So that's great. So this is the you said this is in Nevada, obviously, middle of the desert, no fly zone. What else? Tell me when did this thing open?
So this thing has been around for a really, really long time. I need to kind of go through a couple of my notes because, it's so hard to untangle the reality from just the common mythos. It's so woven into American life and everything. So it's kind of hard to say, where are we coming from with this? But what we do know, it was originally established in 1942 as the Indian Springs Air Force Auxiliary Field, and it consisted of just 2 unpaved runways.
Huh? Like
So
for
really not that exciting at all.
Not back then, at least.
Oh God, are we gonna get into the most like mundane, boring thing about Area 51?
That's what we do here. We explore the mundane.
All right, what else? So 2 unpaved airfields.
What we do know is that by April 1955, a testing facility was built at the nearby Groom Lake by the CIA for the company Lockheed to test fly the U-2 reconnaissance airplane.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we can
that
see
was
a lot
something.
of like the bombers and like those stealth planes coming up.
Yeah.
And I think that's what lends a lot to kind of those alien sightings and the things like that can't be an airplane. It's moving too quickly or it doesn't look like
Sure.
an airplane. Like these things are radical stealth planes that don't look like, if you're looking, especially if you think about airplanes in the 50s, these things do not look like most stealth bombers that we see now.
Well,
Even
sure.
our jets now don't look like
50s in general, when we were in the middle of the atomic age as well, like everything we were making was rounded out and made
Yeah,
to
like
kinda,
weird looking kind of thing.
like that was our aesthetic of choice
Yeah.
at the time. Like think of refrigerators.
Yeah, it looked kind of like neo-futurist almost, or like retro-futurism in
Yeah.
its own way. Even though I'm sure that's not what they were going for. That's what it became.
We want this to look old but new.
Yeah.
Can you guys design that?
Did you make that happen?
That's literally what happened though. Like
yeah, it's the whole like stealth bomber thing too. Like no one would know what that thing looks like, first of all. And second of all, I'm sure that we had captured some really top talent from Europe at that point in time. And
Where
imported-
from?
Oh, a little town,
island called
Germany,
Old
Germana.
Bavaria.
Bulgaria, or not Bulgaria,
Old Bavaria.
Old Bavaria.
Fourth Reich, they
Yeah,
call it.
maybe.
Anyway,
Yeah, so I'm sure we had some really top talent from another recently conquered region of the world building things for us.
doing all that work.
So what you can see here is that basically once this facility was opened, the CIA took control of the entire site, and this is kind of where a lot of the speculation begins. Basically, you have a test facility hidden behind miles of fencing that's labeled "Trespassers will be met with deadly force."
Oh shit.
Okay, good.
Okay,
So,
so
you
that's
know-
why you have to Naruto run, right?
Absolutely.
Because of the deadly force.
Got to get past
You have
those
to avoid
bullets.
deadly force. That's
Yeah.
very important.
I get that.
I've heard if you get deadly force on your body, that it deads you.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're deaded.
right. Immediately upon impact.
Jeez, that's rough stuff.
So you said it was taken over by the CIA
Mhm,
and not
that's
like
the
actual
Central
air-
Intelligence Agency,
Huh.
but don't tell them I told you that.
Not by-
Waka waka.
So why would an Air Force base be run by the CIA, I wonder? That's kind of probably where this whole like mystery starts, is that our intelligence agency is the one running this base, which makes me personally believe that there is more likely imported German scientists there.
No.
And like it kind of makes sense, like to a degree, because they were doing a lot of nuclear testing in this time. I mean, you got to think about where we are in geopolitical history, kind of,
Yeah,
you
going
know,
into
what
the
they
Cold
needed to
War.
do there. So you know, we're firmly in the Cold War.
Right. We had to snap those guys up before the Soviets got them.
Absolutely.
Well, they were going to and were.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I know you're kind of joking.
Not
but
really.
not really. The world would be very different if we hadn't.
Right.
Oh, it's so weird.
Yeah, it's a really weird thing to think of.
Yeah. It doesn't make you happy.
No, but it's one of those things where it's like, ooh, I get it.
Yeah.
It's like, we should probably hang these guys, but really, like, they've got some interesting notebooks. Let's take a look at them.
We should look that over.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Huh. So you said Lockheed? Is that like of Lockheed Martin, like current U.S. defense contractor?
The very same.
Weird. I didn't know it was that old.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, they've been around for a long time.
old history.
A storied past.
You don't want to ask many questions. No, it's seriously like Hearst style. Like, the farther back you go, the more ruthless they were. It's like this almost like narrowing scope of ruthless industrial.
Oh,
like,
jeez.
yeah. Lockheed, Hearst. What was our guys here? Plant and
Flagler.
Flagler.
Yeah,
those
all that,
those
like,
kind of went away, but like Rockefeller,
yeah.
right? Like, it's,
Yeah, but then
it's
they
a
kinda
way
went-
you get that kind of money.
Huh. They go into defense contracting, which makes sense.
Sure.
I mean, that's kind of where our economy boomed from. Is
What?
Like, yeah,
you mean
right?
World War II was profitable for America?
Yeah, war profiteering kicked America into high gear. So
Yeah, we've been
riding that gravy train all the way to the bottom.
we are. You know what that means? World War III.
Here we come.
Gotta Got to
gonna
boost those numbers.
We're going to get drafted.
We're going to try Axis this time.
Yeah, we're going to get drafted. They're going to
just
look at
wanna
us and go, you
sample.
guys would be good in the military. We're going to draft you.
Whew, okay. What are we doing? Well, we're going to go oppress Europe a little bit. You boys, that sound good to you boys?
You guys are going to be the big impressive
I feel like I don't have
warships.
much of a choice, but yeah, let's
What am I?
hop to. Are we USO showing or do you want me fighting?
Yes.
No, you're fighting.
Oh, we might not be that good at.
That doesn't matter. We're really looking for quantity.
It's our tactic could be described as a flesh wall.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really.
That's a military term. I don't expect you to understand that. The Romans employed that, though they had shields.
I can put this in a simple
Shields
terms for
cost a
you.
lot of money, son.
You've seen a shield, right?
You watched the
Big
shield.
metal thing.
Michael Chiklis, you know.
It's just another day for
Walton
him.
Goggins, you know him.
Classic.
Great series that the men of this show would recommend every day to you.
Well, it's going to be nothing like that.
It's like that,
Yeah.
but you're the shield.
How about this? Let me try this one on you, son. You know the first 5 minutes of Saving Private Ryan? Imagine that, but for like 8 years.
Ooh,
Gotta love it.
ooh.
God, what have we... oh.
What a dark future you've painted that doesn't feel that far off.
Right. Oh, God. Can we talk a little bit about things that make me happy, like more Area 51?
Yeah, let's talk about more about that.
Yeah, and how the CIA controls it, and how the great defense contractor Lockheed Martin works there. What else? Cheerful
Martin's a different person. Lockheed was one guy. Martin was the other.
Martin is
Oh.
the accountant going, I don't see how we
I
can
think that came
afford
from
this.
a merger. I don't think they were partners. But anyway,
U.S. comedian Martin Short bought into it.
So let's
this
talk
is going
about
to be a great investment. I can't do a Martin Short voice.
probably for the best.
Anyway,
Let's talk about some of the places we've probably heard
No.
Area 51 referenced. I didn't ask, I'm telling you.
oh,
Sit down.
Okay.
Put your pants back on.
sorry, that's my fault.
Thank you.
It's on me.
List him. Fun fat guy.
Fun fact guy. So you can see it in film, which is apparently that Area 51 is among the secrets in the President's Book in National Treasure 2,
No shit.
Book of Secrets.
Whoa!
Huh.
Nicolas Cage stumbled onto this one.
He knew about it before any of us did.
Damn.
For all you grandparents out there, JAG. In The One Who Got Away, while flying for the CIA, Harm is detailed to fly the Aurora spy plane from a secret location, which even the usually reliable title in names as Diamond Lake Location Classified.
That's funny. It was in an episode
That's-
of Jag.
That's pretty funny.
So you can see it in JAG. You can see it on the always hilarious T-shirt. What happens in Area 51 stays in Area 51.
I'm not
Boo.
surprised that you can buy that. I'm just disappointed that you can buy that.
Those are awful.
I really want it to be redacted though. Like what happens in Area 51 redacted.
Redacted. That's
Much
funny.
funnier.
That's
Right?
very
Much
funny.
funnier.
Hey, and that's patent pending, everybody. If
It
you
is.
heard that right now,
Legitimately,
we're,
I actually am patenting it right now.
right,
So
yeah.
good luck.
I have a
Copywritten.
design patent on it.
copyright law now,
Legal.
legal, etc.
It's been legal. Bye.
Will it sue you?
There's the Las Vegas minor league baseball team, the Las Vegas 51s.
Okay, solid.
Their logo is just a redacted document.
Okay.
That's pretty funny.
Good.
It's actually a gray with baseball seams on his giant forehead
That's frightening.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know
really
why
is.
you would make that.
because aliens.
Right.
You can see it in the tabletop game Rifts, where Area 51 was a military R&D facility before the Great Cataclysm. But I'm not doing their advertising, so it's in there.
Yeah, not until they give
Yeah.
us a show.
Yeah,
No,
we'll
give us a
advertise
show or
things.
money.
We'll advertise things like Jag, popularized by USA and syndication.
Well, yeah, I mean, but again, if it gets us a show, I'll advertise anything.
Get that Jag money.
I will
we
take
have
that Jag
literally
money.
no principles. We've thrown those out the window.
I didn't have any before I got to the show.
I hung my principal.
I hung them
On
up
an house
neatly
in
by
the
my keys.
Oh, what was that guy's fucking name?
Sally.
That's right. Fuck it, a principal named Sally.
Sally, yep. You.
Just hung himself in
Throwback.
a haunted home. That's I can't even tell you what episode that was, but that's still one of my favorite stories.
That was a good one.
I think that was the first time we deviated from it being a ghost story and instead just went with like, guys, I just have to share this fucking story.
It's too good.
As far as video games go, there's Alien Hominid. Backyard Soccer has a field named Area 51.5.
I forgot about Alien
Is it-
Hominid. That was a Flash game,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, isn't in Tony Hawk they had an Area 51 level? Or Tony Hawk level.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was like a not as blatant, but yes, I think they had an alien-based level.
Yeah.
SimCity 4 has Area 5.1. World of Warcraft has Area 52, a goblin outpost in Netherstorm, complete with men in black guards at the entrances.
I remember that.
That was a hard word to say. Entrances.
Entrances.
Entrance.
Perfect Dark
Entrance.
has 4 missions based in Area 51. Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped has one of its levels called Area 51? Question mark.
So this is pretty predominant in like, what is this, like late 90s, early 2000s?
Simon Pegg and Nick Frost did a movie where they go to Area 51, or they're Area 51 enthusiasts, and they actually find an alien.
It was called Paul or
Paul.
something?
Paul, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
this is big. Like, Area 51 has always been like a piece of this American mystery. It's kind of like the moon landing conspiracies.
Yeah, I think you meant to say alleged moon landing, dude.
I didn't.
Fair.
Nope. Not fair. Don't give credence.
No, we don't. We don't endorse that conspiracy
I just,
theory.
I just don't know how we got to the moon. And because I don't understand that science,
Spaceship.
I
that's
believe it might be a lie.
Don't perpetuate
Yeah,
that. Don't
seriously.
give them credence to say that the Earth is flat. In addition to that, we didn't go to the moon.
Credence Clearwater can say whatever they want about
They're dead
the
now.
moon and the Earth.
And it's bad and it's rising, and that's those two things I know.
That's it. God damn it.
Probably the best example of kind of what we're seeing here, and even the trope itself. If you go to tvtropes.org,
It has its own TV tropes.
it
article.
has its own TV tropes article.
That's how pervasive it is that they wrote about the trope of Area 51 at length on that website.
It's actually got kind of 2 tie-ins because the Futurama episode Roswell that ends well,
Oh God, that's such a good episode.
obviously about Roswell, New Mexico.
Yeah, he becomes his
but
own grandfather. It's hilarious.
He sure does.
Didn't that one win them an Emmy? I feel like it did.
Probably.
For him banging his grandmother.
Yes.
Nice.
But it was also a really well done time loop that actually like made sense in the end.
Yeah.
It was one of the few times where they actually like mathematically it all kind of charted and made sense.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a couple people that I think had science degrees on that show. So there's
David X. Cohen actually has like 2 doctorates, I think.
Yeah,
At least 1, maybe 2.
they were credited with creating their own mathematical theory on that show
They
as
sure
well.
did.
Fun fact, which is fascinating. But that's what was the other one beyond Futurama?
Lilo and Stitch also had a lot of references to it, where Earth is in
yeah.
a region of space known as Quadrant 51,
Yeah.
and Area 51 is
Yeah.
basically our outpost of the greater like alien confederation thing.
Interesting. I know that there's a lot of like theories that fly around at like a UFO. Get this real bad
Get
joke.
it? I see what he did.
Dumb.
That was we all
really
get
dumb.
one. All right, Dan.
Yeah,
Fuck
we do.
off.
Dan hasn't cashed his in yet, so I'll take it later.
So there's a lot of theories that fly around about what might be there, and I think that's probably what captures the American imagination about it, because it's literally a fucking template of whatever you think could be might be there. It's like fucking Schrodinger's airbase.
Sure.
I like that.
At one point in time completely innocuous, which is more than likely what it is. And then at the other hand, it could be literally anything is there, and that's probably why it is so popularized in American fiction. Like what there's I know there's some theories around like time travel, alien like visitation, alien autopsies, like recovered crash landing of UFOs, all sorts of stuff out there. Where do you fall on this one, Nick? What do you think's there?
So it's hard to say anything with any sort of like definitive, like, oh, absolutely, I'm 100% behind that. But just with kind of everything told there, everything surrounding the secrecy with it, like, I would absolutely be able to believe that there's probably something related to extraterrestrial life or research, something along those lines. Like, a lot of people say, like, well, they've recovered a crashed thing, that's how we got so much technology advancement in such a short amount of time. They've reverse engineered a lot of things from the ships and the aliens that we've gotten. I don't necessarily think that's the case, but I would absolutely believe that if it's not that this is a facility dedicated to extraterrestrial life, then we're probably shooting ourselves in the foot anyways.
Fair. That's a pretty good synopsis of it.
Thanks.
What about you, Dan? What do you think?
I think it is a secret government facility, and I think any discussions about this facility is putting us in direct danger.
And it's
I will report
non-patriotic.
you to the feds.
I think it is very unpatriotic to believe that we, the people, have any right to look into our government secrets.
Fucking narc.
No, the real answer. Sorry, I knew Brett was filming, so I wanted to really go contrarian on this. I don't necessarily believe there's anything of note in there. That's actually my real answer. I believe it is a research facility. I believe that some sort of conspiracy craze permanently marked the area. You know what I mean? So like people assume now that there's just something about it, but in reality, it very well might have been a NASA research center, and thus people assumed it had something to do with aliens, right? Who knows what it was, but I don't think there's any alien specimen or secret being living there.
Nothing. You think it's completely innocuous.
I think it was research specific.
Yeah. I think that it
But
was...
that they like this, they like the attention a little bit.
Well, yeah, you got to imagine like John Smith, the boring guard that works there, or like
They have fun with it.
or like Heinrich von Schmidt,
'cause
who is
wouldn't-
the scientist that works
Wouldn't you have fun with it if you were just a guard there?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you ham it up with people in town later when
Absolutely.
they're like, "What's in there?"
I
tell you.
I can't tell you.
You know,
wink,
I can't.
Wink, wink.
Of course, because that's human nature. It's wanting
Right.
to feel important.
And your
So I think
dumb,
it's been perpetuated.
like
I would
bureaucratic
probably
job.
keep some of that
Yeah.
like slime toy in my pocket for like when kids are like, oh man,
Yeah,
what's
and you
in Area
drop it and be like,
51?
oh, whoops.
Oh,
sorry.
don't touch that.
Don't touch that. Hold on. Let me get this glove. Yeah. Why not? Why wouldn't you do that? So yeah, I don't personally think anything is there.
Yeah.
At all.
I think that there is something there.
Maybe a weapon.
Yeah,
But
it-
nothing alien.
I've always thought that it was more likely a weapons testing facility and not necessarily like something crazy scary, like just whatever our latest and greatest thing that we want to deploy against the enemies of freedom, you know? So that was a hyperbolic statement. I don't want anyone to think that I actually think that.
No, I
It was an
get it,
No,
bro.
he
absurd
does. I literally have you saying it on.
yeah.
Bro, I
radio.
get it. That's what
No.
I'm thinking every day.
Never have I thought that and never will. But I truly think that it is a weapons development facility that just has things that the government doesn't want us to see because it could leak out. And that's probably the same for literally any of these classified bases that have a long, like geographic stretch. It's probably aircraft related,
Yeah.
and it's probably experimental, probably doesn't work right, and that could be just as damaging as releasing something in like a PR standpoint as something that works really well. Because on one hand, yeah, we have this badass thing, and now another country knows about it and they can replicate it. Or on the other hand, oh, we have this tremendous fucking waste of time and money that just exploded. That's fantastic. That
Whoops.
Yeah,
Sorry,
think about
guys.
how much shit did NASA get when they accidentally plowed that one sensor into
Oh, that
into
one
Mars?
chick down
Yeah,
by the
right.
party
when
there.
they when they did it by meters instead of feet.
right.
But like how much shit did they get for that?
Right.
Because we knew about it.
Exactly. It's
Right.
probably for wanting lack of oversight on what the money's being spent on.
Yeah.
But that being said, I think in a more fantastical way, it would be fascinating if there was actually recovered alien artifacts or perhaps like a crashed down spaceship, as is in like the really famous like alien autopsy like videos that came out. And
I'm not
circulated
saying I
around.
wouldn't love that. I would love if that was true. I just don't think I believe that offhand.
Yeah. What do you think would happen if that was the case? Like if there was irrefutable, let's say that like, this group of weird internet trolls does this, right? And they somehow aren't like police murdered forever
They won't
and managed to get in. What do you think would be the ramifications of them actually uncovering something alien? Do you think the world would be shocked at this point in time, or do you think that
Yes.
yeah?
I think no matter what, irrefutable evidence of
Like
aliens.
alien contact, 100%. They're like, there's alien shit here. I'm like, hey, this is your boy Shay coming to you live from YouTube. Found some alien shit. Smash that subscribe,
Bruh.
for checking out this alien shit.
Bruh, it's
dope
insane.
as fuck. Look at it, and they're showing it off. How does the world change from there?
I think we lose our fucking minds.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think we lose our collective minds.
The whole thing, would that like shatter your perception of reality?
No, because I've always believed there's obviously other beings, but I don't know that we found them yet. Right? So knowing that we found them is scary.
Yeah. What about
Right.
you, Nick? What do you think?
It's really hard to tell. I think ultimately there's so many people that have so much identity and so much belief wrapped up in what we have is here, what we have is not. Like, there's nothing beyond what we have kind of going on. Like, yeah, there's other places, but there's this here, especially when you look at it from like a Judeo-Christian kind of like, I created you guys kind of perspective. I think a confirmed existence of something intelligent, especially on a far-flung place like that, is just, it's earth-shattering. I mean, you know.
So you think it would be like completely earth-shattering? Like,
I think so.
I don't know. Like, I've always thought that if alien life was discovered, that it would be like the most it would be sensational, obviously, and it would be widely publicized. But I don't think that our day to day would really change all that much.
I think our day to day would change significantly.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
How do you come back from knowing you're not alone in the universe?
I mean, do you think your specific day to day would change?
Yes.
I don't think my day to day would necessarily change.
I think the world's day to day would change.
I think that's what it is. I think it's on a grander scale. Things change. Things have to shift because we don't know now what to prepare for, what they could be preparing for.
We're now going to know that we as a species are united, and there is another species that has already made contact with us.
And do you think that as, like terrible as humanity is, that we would be like, all right, well, we got to stop all this shit because there's a bigger fish out there, and maybe band against them?
Did you learn nothing from Watchmen?
Yeah.
That was the whole point.
I know.
That was the whole point.
But I don't think that's enough to stop the petty bullshit squabbles on the planet
I'm not
Earth.
saying petty bullshit doesn't still happen, but the day to day is All right, here's an example.
If you're president of the United
Hold
States,
on.
your job
No.
changes.
Hold on. I'm going to take Brett back for a second.
Yeah.
And we're going to go through a very dark subject here, everybody. So just a quick moment.
Right.
I want you to remember 1999.
Yeah.
All right.
The millennium is just about to
Millennium
happen.
is in
The year
full
of our
swing,
Lord 1999.
right? So-
Y2K is down upon us, and I have no clue if my telephone will work tomorrow.
Right.
Right. We're facing down the barrel of that gun.
Y2K. I remember Y2K.
But I want you to think. I really close your
But I was
eyes
a
and
child,
put yourself back into this mindset. The Attitude Era of wrestling is coming to a close.
Right.
Right. We're in that last dregs of it.
Still good.
Picture the house on your street.
Yeah.
Right. Or a house on your street that has like 5 American flags up on it.
Yeah.
That's the weird house, isn't it? You look at it and you're just like, that's so weird.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, for sure. That was
Now
the weird house.
Do that same thing in October of 2001 after 9/11.
Yeah, no, and every one of them had it.
So these type of events change the public zeitgeist in this weird, very subtle way where we now kind of accept the world as something different and alter ourselves.
So that also was early internet times. So that like internet's a thing, not as widely as accessible as it is now.
Sure.
Certainly not as interconnected as it is now.
Sure.
Do you think that given with the way that we have the ability to communicate across the world instantaneously, which I think is breaking down some barriers but not all, I think that will impact if, let's say, whatever reason, something crazy is discovered there, that I think that the zeitgeist doesn't change all that much.
I think the zeitgeist changes instantaneously because now people from around the world are going to have to unify, whether that be in study, whether that be in research, whether that be in weapon, whether that be defense.
Right.
You're going to see a lot of the national identities strip away very quickly.
Which would be great. I think that's maybe.
But
I think
globalism.
that's a very positive outlook on what will probably not happen. And I think it really needs to be said that we're in a time right now when the truth is at an all-time low and acceptance of that truth. So I think you would see a very big concerted effort to say, no, that's not the case. Even in the face of incontrovertible evidence, if it was in the matter of the quote-unquote public interest to keep us safe and keep people from losing their shit, you would see a very large concerted effort to downplay what's going on.
Sure.
And I don't think you would necessarily see that unity on the scale that I would like to see.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's fair.
You would think that would be the smart solution. I don't think that's a solution most countries would take.
Do you think that it would be kind of interesting to look at countries that are participating in the Paris Accord what
Yeah.
they do compared to like the United
Us and
States,
Saudi Arabia. The only
Basically.
two.
the greatest ally in the entire world, Saudi Arabia.
I think you'd see an expanded EU. It would literally probably be called the EU, but the Earth Union, and it would probably not include us.
It would include us. We just
If we
might
were
not
the
fund it
big
very well.
Zap Brannigan head of it, sure.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
no.
God,
Yeah.
what a
well, we
terror future.
we
that
are
is.
the only country researching Space Force.
Thanks for listening, everybody. This has been
God.
Deep Folking Area 51.
Oh,
I'm sure
Sorry.
you guys have more.
Sorry.
I'll let Brett talk, not Dan.
oh God.
That's the only point I had to make.
I mean, yeah, I think that we started this on being like, oh yeah, half-hearted meme funny,
And then we got really real.
and I think it
'Cause
just
that's
made
our
it,
show.
it made us sad.
One of these days, we're going to do an episode where we don't all end depressed.
Right?
We're
Maybe.
going to do an episode
don't
about
think so.
s'mores.
Maybe. I
I
don't
don't
know.
think we'll ever reach that point.
I don't think so either. I think it's important to not always be happy with the state of things because
What about
that makes
to
you
always be
change.
sad?
In fact, I am rarely happy with the state of things.
Yeah, because that pushes for change, and I don't know. Maybe these meme lords are going to do this thing, and
Or maybe a bunch of very dumb people are going to charge at Area 51 and get shot.
Either way, it's going to be great for TV ratings.
whew, everything is bad, huh? So yeah, Area 51 is a bunch of jokes and ha-has. There's aliens.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
The world is fucked.
God, what a depressing end.
There's
Tell me
gotta be
something funny. What's a
something fun I
funny
can say.
reference to Area 51?
Well, we can talk about the Greys.
Yeah.
Those aliens that freak out everyone for some reason.
They're not creepy to me.
They're not creepy to me
They look
either.
kinda cute.
But I've known people who are genuinely terrified of them.
I do too. I know actually a handful of people that are quite scared of those
Yeah,
things.
so interesting.
I have a fun one we can dive into. It's going to be a much smaller related trope that we can dig into.
Sure.
It's called E.T. Gave Us Wi-Fi. Some science fiction works will have as part of their plot that a noticeable chunk of modern technology was descended from the use of alien science or knowledge in some way. Perhaps it was a reverse engineering of imported alien phlebotinum, or possibly discovery of some lost technology left behind by ancient astronauts. Or maybe we got it from a captured super entity. Either way, it's not ours. We're just taking it from somebody else.
Huh. That could be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Like not far out of the realm of belief, I suppose, in terms of like the grand scheme of things that we talk about on the show.
Yeah.
No.
You can see it in things like in advertising. It's kind of used a fair amount. A recent Alienware advertisement suggests that the company's range of high-power gaming PCs was created in this way.
Oh, thank you, PC Master Race.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
So,
We know that
so
to not be
cool.
the case because Alienware.
Right, because they are sold at places like Walmart.
You can see this in films.
They used to be better, but the problem was
They got bought by Dell.
Yeah, they got bought by Dell and they became shit.
Huh. Weird. Huh. It's kind of an interesting trope that like our current like burst of technology, because technology hasn't really had any big like jumps, major huge jumps forward since like the like development of like high speed internet and wireless technology like really became like a standard thing that we all expect, and
It's true.
like can you think about like the only thing that's like radically different about the world after that is just like what platforms do we engage on that now network of things that we talk through.
Porn.
Yeah, a lot more porn now.
So much more porn.
Lot more varied porn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
porn has really changed, you know?
And
Let's talk about that. I'm kidding.
Yeah, here we go. Porn
That's
talk.
another episode.
that's a whole.
You're listening to Porncast, the stickiest discussion on the internet.
There we go. That's the fun part that we were missing. Thanks for your
Ooh.
sex baseline.
No problem.
Now I
It was in
can't
the
wait
Go
for us to
Focus Up
actually
theme,
do
by the
that.
way. I really
I've noticed.
felt very proud of that.
Yeah.
There actually probably is a lot of good history we could talk. Oh God, that's gonna be a really good deep folking. It's gonna be a real deep folking.
Yeah, we can talk about the whorehouses of Pompeii.
Oh man. With
Ethan,
the
start
menus,
working on that
The
music.
the menus that they have. that you can go read.
Menus. This is gonna be great.
Shit,
All right,
that's a good
everybody.
time.
Anyway, I
Thanks for
think
listening to our episode on Area 51, the most out of this world episode we've done.
He's not wrong.
You're not wrong. In fact, this is our first long form discussion on aliens that we've taken.
Take that, Victor.
I was just gonna
Victor's not
say
even here.
Victor's not here.
he's
Fuck
gonna be editing this
you.
episode with just the biggest just shit eating face, and
He
he's
is going to
upset.
yell at all of us so
little.
much.
Let's
And
be
like
real.
the discussion is mostly like, I don't think anything of it.
It's stupid.
He's
And
screaming,
probably-
but they're there!
No!
This is my time. This is Victor time, man.
I knew about this already, man.
Here, we
started
can
that.
kind of look at the episode really, really quickly through Victor. Yeah, there's something there.
You know what? Here, we'll do this. We're going to stop talking now. Victor, go ahead and insert your own opinion. What do you think is in Area 51? And then go ahead and wrap up the show.
Before I go into what I think is in Area 51 with my evidence and other forums that I have here, I just want to give you guys some kudos and to go into like how aliens and everything got into pop culture. Nick, you really did your research on this. You know, we have Jag in there, we have Crash Bandicoot, and the first film reference of it being, what was it, National Treasure 2? Yeah, this is a throwback to maybe another little indie darling you didn't hear of called Independence Day, where spoilers for the movie, if you've never watched, aliens attack Earth and the president has to hide in, guess what, Area fucking 51. Are you kidding me, guys? No one mentioned this at all. The whole thing went in there. And here's another fun fact about the movie. The Air Force was full support of this movie, uniforms, pilots, whatever, and they had one initial rule. They had to take out Area 51. They actually redacted it from the script. And when the creators decided not to do that, they pulled all their support out from the whole thing. But yeah, they go to Area 51. They use the alien technology to fight the other aliens. It's a whole thing on the second act that goes right into the base and everything. And I can't believe we miss it or didn't talk. So that's what I'm screaming about. Not that aliens are real or you can trace back 1947 Roswell to Tom DeLonge's Angels and Airwaves album 2005 and how it relates everything that's going. What?
Sir, we need you to come with
You can't
us.
come in here. No.
Yeah, we got
No.
him.
The truth is out there.
Man, that was great.
Thanks, Victor. Bye.
Wow, great time. Hey guys, this is Brett from Go Folk Yourself. If you like what you hear, please follow us on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher or whatever. I don't know what other podcast app that are out there because I don't use them. By the way, we're also on Patreon. So if you like what you hear, give us as little as $1 a month to join our Discord chat where we'll be posting some, I think the kids call them dank memes. I'm not really sure what that means. Memes? I don't know. What was I doing?